And when your boy gets home, I don't want to hear no chat about if you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat. While you I think you should leave that after the tone.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here.
On the other side,
the final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, good-looking return set up here. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
they'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Oklahoma State.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sent them last week resolves itself this time around.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 58 yards.
And that's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff, they did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in the end zone at least 10 times. And that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Davis now.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
He completes it right side and right. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll set up to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the
And it's complete.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
That's another first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The pass.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 4.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
Our home team.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them, only giving up the 3 points.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The visitors' offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently second in that category. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
25-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 10. Results in a
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
And finally down at the 36-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
A gain of 29 yards. Result is a 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. When you look at this defense, they've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, got to really mess up your averages.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 21.
They'll look to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and 4. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The whole team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. They might very well lean on him the rest of the way. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this is incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
4 yards to go.
Back to throw here. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Results in a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now they try the right side here. And he swallowed that right near the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. A solid stiff arm. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Complete to number 1. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Our home team, 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Able to slither by. Call out a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Now 3rd down and 7.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
You're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Result is a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Back to throw now on 1st down. Touchdown! From 19 yards away. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Davis.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Davis from the gun on 3rd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here we go on 4th down. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 22, Davis.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down.
And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. He's got one here.
And a first down. It's a gain of 6. And a first down.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
13 yards.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
The second down.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
That's when they certainly wish they had back a loss of 8.
The loss brings up 2nd and goal at the 15-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he's got it. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now a first carry for their fullback. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first down, Daniels. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
165 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Right back to him on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Davis now.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down in position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Now back to throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
At the 4-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
He finds his man, complete. It's Daniels. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Davis. And that is incomplete.
Davis's pass intended for number 8.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
This is brought in at the 21. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for his wideout. It's 2nd down and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Well, with him trailing here in the 2nd half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second.
Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful to get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run.
171 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Daniels. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
40-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And 11.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and it seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Daniels. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Davis. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. A big play there. 42 yards. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yep.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds. And obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Our home team, 24.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
It's going the other way. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery.
They'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Daniels. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points.
We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back.
A 3-yard pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A quick throw, but incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job playing.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And he fields it cleanly. It'll be 37 yards there on the clock. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Now Davis throwing to start the drive. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and
operating from the gun. Davis. He had the touchdown earlier, and this one's going to get him the first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Davis. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Daniels.
Number 26.
And he gets it down to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
Davis now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Davis.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Here's first down.
Up the middle they go. Daniels. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Davis. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
To number 85. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jennings.
To number 80.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
31.
And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the home team here, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.